What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of the Culture Decides. I'm your host, Lee, and today I will be chatting to y'all about some things that has happened already in March. It's only March 11th, the day I'm recording, and things have, heated up pretty quickly for March. I mean, the weather's getting nice. A lot of things are going on, good, bad, all around, and this is just in the state of like entertainment, hip hop, all that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot to just, talk to y'all about. And then of course at the end I have an album review. So Benny the Butcher and the Black Soprano Family with Ill Tone Beats dropped a new album called The Outcome. I will be talking about that. So, before I do, I just want to thank you all for helping me hit 100 followers on Instagram. Couldn't do that without the strength of y'all. And, before I get into the topics, just make sure you download this episode so you can help the show grow. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to grow with y'all. Okay. Help me, help you, help me. But, anyways, really just thank y'all for the support on the Instagram and on the socials, whatever, on the Instagram, on the socials, and only up from here. So that is an amazing progress to see, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm just, like I said, I'm grateful. So shout out to y'all. And if you're new, welcome. Make sure you follow the Culture Decides on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you prefer to consume your content. That's where I'll be posting episode announcements, engage with y'all, about things. So definitely hit me up on socials at the Culture Decides. I want to hear y'all thoughts about some of the things that's going on. And from there, when you're listening to this episode, if you're listening to audio, make sure you download this episode and follow the show so that way you can stay tuned with the drops. And then if you are watching on YouTube, hey, make sure you subscribe and like this episode. Thank you so much. All right, so the agenda is I'm going to chat to y'all a little bit about what's going on, give y'all the tea about the month of March Madness, like I said, and then towards the end, I will do an album review on the Black Soprano Family's album that just dropped. Or I should say Ill Tone Beats and the Black Soprano Family, because Ill Tone Beats really did his thing on there. So I'll get into that and give y'all a little overview of who they are. I mean, the group was founded by Benny the Butcher. If y'all know Benny, y'all know Benny be going crazy on the track. All right, so we about to get into it. All right, I'm gonna be telling y'all about that. To kick off the March Madness updates, I am going to talk to y'all about how Drake and iHeartMedia actually settled. So he was actually accusing them of a pay-to-play scheme, saying that that's the only reason why Not Like Us was hitting the charts so hard is because they accepted money from Kendrick and the label to push that song. But guess what? iHeart was able to present documents that prove their innocence, and they were like, there was no such thing. The song just organically like gained that amount of plays and streams like that. So they showed that they did nothing wrong, and within that he agreed to drop the petition, and no payments were made by either party. So Drake did not get a check, nor did iHeart. I mean, they should be like, all right, for wasting our time and our lawyer fees, all the legal fees. Here's a little check that you need to write out to us. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. They came to a settlement there. While I'm on the topic of streaming services, Spotify actually removed bots within this month. And guess what? Within removing the bots, Kendrick's numbers did not change, aka they did not drop. You know what I'm saying? They was accusing him, and I mean, I should say Spotify, of inflating his numbers. And guess what? They removed the bots, and his numbers did not move. Can't say the same for Drake. His numbers did not move, and then he actually returned back to number one that same week. So he's at the top of the U.S. Top artist chart. So Kendrick is still winning. Tour is about to start next month, I believe. April 15th. It kicks off in Minnesota. So that man's on that run. He been running since last year, like full sprint. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, on to some, I guess, a little bit of Caribbean news, West Indies news. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. So Shensia went on Instagram. I don't know why she was trying to start, a little beef within the islands and countries, but she decided to go on Instagram and she was like asking who makes the best food, and Rihanna commented Guyana, which, for those of you that know me, and if you don't know me, my family's Guyanese, very proud of that. So to see her say that, although she was born in Barbados, I was like, yes, girl, shout us out. Her mother's actually Guyanese, so it makes sense. Her mom, she's cooking the meals at home, so that's what she grew up eating, Guyanese food. Don't be mad. Guyanese Chinese is the best, and just our dishes are really great. And honestly, like, outside of that, I think we're often like overlooked in many areas and underappreciated. So shout out to Rihanna for shouting Guyana out. I was hype about that. Now, in terms of upcoming albums, JID said he turned the album in. It's supposed to drop soon, and he actually teased an unreleased song in the Wingstop ad, which is pretty cool. This has never been done, so that was pretty exciting for him. The last album that he dropped was in 2022. It's called The Forever Story, and that's actually the album that he has the song Surround Sound on there. That song was a real big hit. I actually got to see him perform last year with 21 Savage. So that was really, like, it was really lit to see him perform that song in person and just go through like some of his hits. Like, he's a super talented artist, and I'm looking forward to hearing what he drops. And y'all know I'm gonna do a review for that, of course. Another upcoming album this year, Amanda Reefer will be dropping Reefer Files this year. This is actually co-written by Kendrick Lamar, and she has producers like Pharrell and Soundwave on that. So, that's about to go crazy. She was actually on Mr. Morale on the song Die Hard with Blast and Kendrick. So, that song was already a hit. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she does with her own body of work, and to know that it's co-written by Kendrick. I think it's going to be pretty great. She's a Bayesian singer. She's from Barbados, and she actually, before going solo, she was actually a part of a group that actually opened up for Rihanna, called Cover Drive. So y'all might have, if any of y'all went to Rihanna's, tours back when she actually was giving us music, you might have seen them open up for her. So yeah, looking forward to seeing her body of work. And I know Kendrick is about to, finesse with the pen game. You know what I'm saying? He be doing his thing. Now, while we talking about him, it's a lot of talk about him. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, he keep popping up. What we supposed to do? He popping up and showing us, so we keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, anyways, he's actually dropping a comedy movie titled Whitney Springs. This movie is coming out in July 11th. My birthday in July, so if anybody want to send a gift, nah, JK. But yeah, July 11th, I actually would love to check that out. It's actually gonna be on Paramount Plus, and this movie is about a black man interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum, and actually he finds out that his white girlfriend's family once owned his. So, crazy plot twist there. I'm interested in seeing what happens. This is actually directed by Trey Park. He's the creator of South Park. So I think, yeah, it's going to be a comedy. So I think we should expect some of that South Park type of unfiltered, edgy, super out of this world comedy. Looking forward to seeing that, like I said. Okay, so some artists been popping out. They like, listen, the weather in the US I know is heating up, but it's taking too long. So we gotta go OT with it. So Lotto, that's what she did. She went to Jamaica and now she like, yo, I don't want to leave. I love Jamaica. I love Jamaicans. She actually linked up with Popcorn. So I when I saw that, I was like, girl, don't just be linking up for the vibes. Go to the studio. Let's help put him on for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about Drake and Popcorn, and if you don't, I mentioned it in an episode, the last one. So go check that out. But yeah, I was like, okay, maybe they might have linked up for outside of the fun, some business type, deals, but that's just me gassing it up. And then in terms of more upcoming music, one more thing I should have mentioned this. Leon Thomas is actually going to release a deluxe, and on there we will have Kehlani, Big Sean, and How and more. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be hosted in New Jersey next year, and they are actually going to have a halftime show for the first time ever. And a lot of people were like suggesting Drake, even one of I think he's the chairman, or some important dude that works with the FIFA World Cup, was actually joking about having Drake perform. Not sure who they're going to end up choosing. I know as far as like the demographics of the soccer game is a little different from the football game. So I think it should be an artist that will go well for like the majority of the fans. Maybe someone that, you know, people argue he can because he got his hits that are, from different genres, but I don't know. We gonna see, and I'll let y'all know who they decide on. But outside of that, um, we actually had Wiz Khalifa hop on the Clouds remix. J. Cole had dropped Clouds, and a couple weeks later, Wiz Khalifa was like, "Yo, let me hop on that too." Wiz Khalifa actually been dropping freestyles all throughout the year so far. I mean, he just been like, fuck it, I'm feeling it. He did a remix over one of Kendrick's songs. He did his own thing with like the Clouds now, so that's pretty lit. Now, a little low light of March so far. I know some of y'all are probably Drake fans, which is okay, but he wished Baka happy birthday. And we know what's going on with Baka, especially after Kendrick, pretty much mentioned like Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Why is he around? And why are you wishing him happy birthday? Like, it's one thing to have him around. It's one thing to like acknowledge his presence online on social media. And if y'all don't know, Baka pretty much had some weird SA case. And this case just it was really weird, the details of it, and pretty much, I feel like if one of your mans ends up with a weird case, you should probably separate yourself from that person, disassociate, back up. Like, you don't want that. You didn't do it, but you don't want that to be what people think you do or condone. But whatever, he wished him happy birthday. So that was like a little like side eye moment. I think a lot of people were like, really, dude, this is what you want to do right now? Like, worry about getting this album back up to number one, not wishing niggas happy birthday. Or worry about the solo album that you're allegedly gonna drop, which I don't know why he always gotta do too much, bro. Like I think he needs to take the break. I'm going back to saying that because last time I was like, I don't know what he needs to do at this point. After I've been very much like he need to take a break, but he ain't gonna listen to nobody. I mean, he posting about pretty much the next chapter that's coming around. Some of us may feel uneasy about it. I don't know if this is a part of the rollout for the solo album, but whatever. Now, on to some positive news. Doechii actually dropped Anxiety, which was her long awaited cover. I posted that on Instagram. She actually did this cover, I believe it was in 2019, of somebody that I used to know. Yeah, I know that song, poppin' song, poppin' non-hip hop song, whatever, I'll give it to you. But she did her cover. So Sleepy Hollow actually dropped before her. She did like the feature, and then She was a feature on there, listed as a feature on there. Now she dropped her own full version, which is pretty lit. And she's just been having a great year so far. You know, the Grammys, she's actually been popping out in Paris. I mean, she's been serving looks, y'all. Like every single fit is a look. She did a pop up meet and greet, and people were in the street going crazy for her. And y'all like to say, well, not y'all, but some folks like to say industry plant, but no, this is literally just somebody that has been grinding for a minute, literally had to figure out their sound. She used to make more pop type music, you know what I'm saying? Now she's sticking to her roots, and her label puts money behind her, aka marketing, which is super important. So y'all can't hate. She dropped the album, it started doing numbers a few months in, and now she's been on a press run, on a, you know what I'm saying? She's been going crazy. So yeah, she dropped that song, and guess what? After serving looks in Paris, she popped out with Lauryn Hill on stage. Lauryn Hill don't fuck with nobody like that, like that. You know what I'm saying? For her to, she pretty much handed the crown to Doechii type shit, like on some, okay, you got it. They performed Lauryn Hill's hit Doo Wop, that thing, which Doechii killed it on the mic. She said she was nervous, but she ain't look nervous. She did her thing. She did her thing for real. Lauryn Hill like shouting her out. I mean, I don't know what I would do if Lauryn Hill shouted me out. I'd be like honored, of course. That is a great compliment to receive early in your career, honestly. And not even early, but just like being so young, to have like a great legend look at you and be like, yeah, you are worth being in this position that you are. And to the point where I want you on the stage with me to have this moment. So that was beautiful. Now, Doechii also Doechii also been stirring y'all up a little bit. And when I say y'all, you know, there might be some people that might have been stirred by her comments. She was on First We Feast and was asked what's her biggest red flag, and she says straight men. And the Doechii haters, they got their panties in a bunch. They're like, what does this mean? But you know, she's a bi queen. She, you know what I'm saying? She might prefer being with a queer man, or like just being out about it. You know what I'm saying? Like she wants her person to be who she wants. And that's all that matters. And if you're mad about that, what you gonna do? Nothing. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Just sleep on it. You know, but you know, pretty much in just 1 week, she received a standing ovation from fans in Paris, got to, you know, meet fashion icons, you know, linked up with Pharrell, performed with Lauryn Hill. Like that, it's like I said, it's early March. That is crazy to see. And this is just the beginning of her long and fruitful career. Honestly, I think she's going to be someone that we see when we're a little old, and they're going to be honoring her as a living legend, you know, give people their flowers while they can smell them. So as she continues this run, I know I will be keeping tuned and letting y'all know what is going on. Now, to wrap up the, you know, little news segment, it's been, like I said, it's look how much I done said already. Imagine I would have saved this for y'all at the end. I would have still been yapping. All right, so a little beef going on. This has actually been trickling over since January. So Lil Tjay and Offset been beefing on socials. All right. Apparently, Offset owes Lil Tjay money. Offset, according to Lil Tjay, because y'all not gonna say I said that, Lil Tjay saying he broke. He don't got no money. He be in a casino looking desperate, asking people to cash app him, asking people to send his money. He be looking stressed, panic, trying to, I guess, flip money to make more money. I guess he not making money from the music like that. I don't know what's going on. Him and he fucked up with Cardi, and we know Cardi B is the breadwinner. I'm sorry, man. She don't even need to really. She on her Rihanna vibes, low key. She don't even be dropping music like that. Like she be doing features, of course, and she do drop music. And she did just drop a song, but like not like that. Like she hasn't dropped an album in a minute, and she is literally making money. She makes money through brand deals. She be popping out to every single fashion event there is. Lil TJ said, "You broke, you don't got no money, and you owe me like 10 to 13K. I don't know. I've been seeing 10K. I guess the 10K is 13. They round it down. I round that shit up. 15K, nigga. You owe me 15K at this point. Interest 20K. So apparently, I guess he was like, yo, bro, you owe me money. And Offset was talking crazy. And now they just been beefing on the internet. So it seemed to have started around January. And like I said, trickling over into March. Offset was like, I'll fly out to New York and we could go live with it. And pretty much said, Lil TJ's, all of this antics you doing right now is not going to stop you from your fall off allegations or fell off allegations, whatever. But I feel like they both in the same level right now. I ain't gonna lie. Offset been out longer and everything, but y'all both really not doing a lot of y'all really not doing a lot either. Lil TJ need to get to it. Offset, you need to work harder. Maybe you need to team up with Quavo. I don't know what's going on, but y'all need each other. All right? Stop the beefing. Stop beefing with your wife. Stop beefing with these niggas. You need to focus on that bread. Cause right now you do look kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Lil TJ always been acting up, but that's a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you grown. You need to figure it out. Now on to album. I would say reviews if freaking ASAP and Playboy had dropped, but on to an album review. I got one for y'all. Hopefully ASAP and Playboy Cardi drop later in the month because they both promised it like last week. So we gonna see what happened. They promised the album every day, honestly, and Playboy Cardi is actually running out of time. He's supposed to drop by March 12th actually, and if he doesn't, he has to refund everybody their money. So that's about $1 million in pre-orders that he's about to miss out on. He said he turned the album in, and apparently he on to the next shit, but I don't know what's going on. So we gonna see if we get a midweek drop. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's looking slow. It's looking slow for both of them. Now, as far as what actually dropped, Ill Tones and Benny the Butcher's Squad, aka Black Soprano Family, just dropped The Outcome. And y'all, that is some shit. Like 14 songs, 45 minutes. I guess you could say a little bit of quick listen, a commute listen. I listened to it twice on my commute, and when I went to work and when I came back from work, I listened to the album. Now, I think I definitely will be replaying this album for sure. It is a heavy hitter. It's that real rap vibe. You know what I'm saying? Last episode, I was talking about luxury rap. Life is Beautiful, that 2 Chainz and Larry June and The Alchemist put up. Now we're talking about some street rap type vibe. Some like pew pew, like, yo, if you do me wrong, that's the end of you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's cap in these niggas rap at all. Like, they from Buffalo, most of the dudes in the Black Soprano Family. And actually, I'll give y'all background on Ill Tone and the Black Soprano Family, just so y'all are familiar. As I go along, I actually was like, oh shit, I know Benny got Griselda. What else he got going on? So this is actually a group that he founded back in 2012 when he was locked up. It's a record label and a hip hop collective. It was originally co-founded with his manager City Boy, and then eventually he had signed another artist, Rick Hyde. He was actually the first artist that was signed to the label. So yeah, City Boy's co-founder and Rick Hyde was the first artist to be signed. Now, of course, it's named after The Sopranos, which is that gangster TV show. Y'all seen that? Well, the white gangsters, Italian type vibes. So as far as that, that's the inspo for the name, Black Soprano Family. You know what I'm saying? So now their current roster has a few artists. They actually had a few of them show up on this album. Chase Fetty, El Camino, and we have some other artists on there. As far as the roster, we have Heem, Love Boat, Luciano, Vino, Flex Baby, a bunch of different artists. They growing, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much, most of them are from Buffalo, around New York, and they're known for that street hip hop East Coast vibe, giving it to you raw, unfiltered, like straight up, like, I'ma pop you if you look at me wrong type vibe. Like this is what New York sound like. This is what upstate sound like. This is what these niggas near the Canadian border sound like. Okay, they is spitting. And honestly, if we're talking about New York just as a state, New York City, I'm gonna need y'all niggas to step up because I feel like Cali been doing their thing. The upstate niggas, they been doing their thing. This their second project of the year. It's March. And NYC been quiet for 2025. If I'm wrong, you think I'm chatting at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to hear what y'all think competes with this. So far, this shit is hard. And it's kind of leading the way for New York State, for New York City, for some, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your shit together. But, you know, now to give y'all a little background about Lil Tjay before I get into the album. So Lil Tjay, producer from Buffalo, New York. He's worked with Griselda Records before. He's worked with Drum Work, and now Black Soprano Family. He was actually recently signed to them in 2023. And you know, outside of what he's been doing with them, he's actually worked with some legends himself. Project Pat, Crazy Bone. Project Pat is Juicy J's brother and the co-founder of 3 6 Mafia. So hey, he been working. He been working. And this is the official debut album. So for a debut album with the Black Soprano Family, I mean, this shit is hard. I said it, I keep saying it as I go through the album. Let's get into the actual songs. So like I said, 14 songs, 45 minutes, 3 to 5 minute songs each. Not too bad. They actually rapping. They not giving you the TikTok rap. I mean, you could put it on TikTok for sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like that quick music, like that minute and 45 or 2 minutes. No, this is real storytelling rap. So they're gonna tell you everything from beginning to end. There's a plot within each song, and you're gonna figure it out as you listen. Okay, so the first song is actually called Words from West Side Gun, and it's exactly that. It's exactly that. It's spoken words from West Side Gun. And you know he gonna come on there with his gun sounds, all that. You know what I'm saying? He doing all of that. And he's talking his shit. He's like, yo, I'm the new king of New York. You heard that, Joey Badass? He's challenging y'all niggas. Come on. He said, he said, call him Times Square West. Call him Buffalo Bills West. He's jacking Buffalo and Times Square. So he's directly coming for you city boys. Step up to the freaking plate because they calling y'all out. Let's fuck Cali. Don't worry about Cali right now. Cali, they taking a leave right now. Y'all need to get competitive with each other in the same state. Let's see what y'all could do. Maybe borough for borough. I don't know. But like I said, he talking his shit on this. Wise words from West Side Gun. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Next song on there, we got Impossible featuring Conway the Machine, Rome Streets, and Jay Skis. This song is pretty much like he's talking like how did I achieve the impossible? How did I get out of the hood to where I'm at now? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that when your back is against the wall? Let me tell you, that's what they did. So that song, I gave this 2 fire signs out of 3. I thought it was pretty great from all 3 artists just talking about Mission Impossible. Like, you know, sometimes when you're stuck in that environment, that's all you know, and you never are able to come. Some people don't make it out. Besides never being able to come out of it, some people don't make it out. So, you know, they are talking about that and what they did. How did they achieve Mission Impossible? Now, the next song is called The Outcome, featuring Benny the Butcher. Benny had to do what he had to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, on this, he's like, the tech suits is hard to conceal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't conceal it in them joggers. And then he's also like, how, you know, if you challenge him, you're going to shoot your next video from the casket. Your next live is going to be grim. Come on, that's crazy. I don't even got it. Like, his flow was unmatched on this. And I think I think Benny slept on. He really be doing it. Is it because he from Buffalo? Like, if he was from like one of the boroughs, would he get more respect? Because like I feel like New York itself don't even be like. He of course is like successful, but I feel like if there was more support, because it's not like he don't spit bars, he do, and I think he's well deserving of his flowers. Come on. Now the next song, track 4. Oh, sorry. Before I get into track 4, that was 3 fire signs. That was 3 fucking fire signs. A top song on the outcome so far. The outcome is a top song on the outcome. All right. Now the next song, track 4, is called Super Immaculate. You know what them vibes is about. Featuring AZ and El Camino. It's pretty much like, yo, I'm the freshest flyest. I'm pretty much that nigga. Like, I'm that person. I'm that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when El Camino pop, he comes in like, yo, when I pop out, the block is packed like it's Juneteenth type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really that lit person. All right. This, and then at the end, AZ clears him out. Clears them out. 2 fire signs out of 3. Great track. Then we got the interlude, track 5, Ghostface interlude with Ghostface Killer. And you know what I'm saying? He just popped up to say what's up. He just popped up to say what's up and let y'all know, like, these is the niggas I'm rocking with. Conway, Ill Tone, you know what I'm saying? All the people on the Black Soprano family, he's rocking with them, all right? And he pretty much was like, listen, we gonna put our hands on y'all little necks and squeeze y'all. Like, if y'all mess with, he said he gonna choke y'all up if y'all mess with them. Like, that's it. Like, it's real, it's low key real violent on this album. I ain't gonna lie. But like I said, street rap vibes and not drill, just real spitting, real storytelling, real I'll slow it down in case you don't understand vibes. All right. Now, track 6, we got Ghostface. Ooh, the Ghostface Killer was an interlude, so I didn't really give that like fire signs or whatever. But the next song, track 6, is called Pick a Side. That shit was hard. I gave that 3 fire signs. On there, he's like, I call my gun Big Pun, shatter your fucking dreams. Come on, let it marinate. Let it marinate. That bar was hard. Let it marinate. I'm telling you. And pretty much he was like, listen, if this rap shit don't work out, I will push the slab. I'm gonna push the weight, all right? I'm telling y'all, this is how they originated. What you think Benny got? You know what I'm saying? What you think Benny got locked for? You know what I'm saying? So they've been there, done that. I don't know if they doing it. That ain't my business. And pick a side, like the song is called. He's pretty much like, you either with us or you against us. What side you gonna be on? I promise you, if you're on the other side, it's not looking good for you. That was definitely 3 fire signs for me, for sure. A song that I was excited to listen to it again my second time when I was on the way home. I was like, yeah, we got to listen to that song again for sure. Now, track 7 was actually a skit. It's called The Journey. El Camino is rocking this vibes here. He's pretty much on the skit like, yo, he's trying to figure out his way, find his way. The journey is difficult. Like, you could go through it and you'll come out like gold because you went through the fire. Like, very strong spoken words. And then pretty much at the end of it, it's like it was about the journey, not the destination. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, poetic. Now we're making it to midway of the album, and I'm like, honestly, as I was like getting to track 8, I'm like, so far this is a really solid album. Like, I definitely want to replay this, and I will, and I did, and I will again. Now the next song on there, this is all Benny the Butcher, 36 ounces and a Mercedes. This is another top song for me. In this, he's pretty much talking about his story. He's like, that's how they made me, 36 ounces and a Mercedes. He was wildin'. 36 36. I was in a Mercedes, dude. And he pretty much is like, yeah, I risk my freedom for the Benz and a brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on there too, he also talks about it's fucked up how enemies last longer than friends. sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you don't know that they lurking in the grass. But the beat on here is like a slow type of beat, and honestly, yeah, it's like I said, it's one of my favorites on the album. Throughout the album, honestly, a lot of samples too, and chopping up the beats and the samples and mixing together in their own way. It was really just like great production. Tone, through and through, did his thing. Now, that was three fire signs for me. On to the next song. It's called Raw Cane. This song, pretty much they on there like, yo, listen, no more food stamps. We done starved enough. We hungry. We was hungry as shit. And they talking that shit. They was like, yo, ain't no industry niggas as hard as us. Like, they not doing what we do. We do this for real. This is real life, the things that we talk about. And we also gonna deliver the bars while talking about real life type shit. Now, in this song, what I really like is that there's a beat change too. So on this, El Camino is really rocking it. He shows his strengths of how he can go, you know, toe to toe with whatever beat you put on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was fire. Now, that was two fire signs for me. And then the next song, track 10, is called The Mood. This is with Flea Lord and Gully. They in that mood. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't run off with that work. If you run off, you're gonna see what's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? If one of the lines that I thought was fire, he was on it like, run off on the plug, you get one in the mug. Obviously, that's your face. Another bar I really like on there is I don't rule the world, but I held it down for several blocks. Like, he was pushing that weight around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying too much, but that's what he said on the track. I did not say it first. You ain't gonna say I said anything about nobody. You know what I'm saying? This song, three fire signs for sure. I honestly rated a lot of songs three fire signs. Like, my rating 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. No, there was a lot of 3 out of 3s. That's pretty much. And now track 11. This is another banger for sure. It's called I See. El Camino's on this with Player K, and there's a sample on there. I was trying to figure it out. That's gonna be my homework after this. But on the song, on the beat, um, it's pretty much like this like jazzy type of singer on the back, like, yes, I really see singing in the back, and they're rapping over that on this track. This is another track where they talking their shit. They're like, listen, nobody's gonna be as fly as me. Like, even if you wore the same clothes, you will never be as fly as me. If you do the same thing as me, you will never be me. Like, they was talking their shit, and I felt that, honestly, because niggas is weird, okay? But this was one of my favorite like beats, honestly, and the sample that they like baked in and chopped up in there was really fire. There was a line on there that I don't even know if it was hard, but I don't know if it's appropriate to say, because y'all gotta go listen to it. Like, it starts with I will bomb niggas, do my dirt with the sun down. Like, I can't finish it because I don't know during this time if it'll be offensive. All right, but that line, y'all, is tricky. Y'all really went crazy with that. No filter on that for sure. But go check it out and go let me know what you think about that one. Now, that was three fire signs for me. Honestly, the next couple, I ain't gonna lie, three fire signs. Now, track 12 called Supreme Baller. What you think they talk about? They talking about that guala, like they El Camino and Smoke DZA. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. I'm getting familiar with y'all. Smoke, DZA, one of the two, or Dizza. You know what I'm saying? Track 12, Supreme Baller. On there, they bringing it back to talking about like these weak ass rappers. They like, I'm not fucking with them weak MCs, and pretty much they like it pisses them off when they be acting tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna call it how they see it. Y'all not really tough. Y'all not really like that. A lot of this album is them checking people like, you ain't really like that. So like I said, somebody got to step up to the plate and tell these Buffalo dudes, like, listen, y'all need to settle down. It's still cold in like April over there. Like, y'all got to chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not nice like us. And then we coming up on the last two songs, track 13, Punctuality, featuring Jay Skis, Chase Fetty, and the Black Abstract. off the rip, I fuck with it. The beat was fucking sick as fuck. Pretty much like on this, they talking about like missing your future if you dwell out on the past. Like you gotta be punctual and show up to shit when it's in front of you. Because if you're dwelling on the past, you end up missing out on the opportunities that's right in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you don't get ahead. So don't fixate on the mistakes. Get your shit together and focus on moving forward. That's what I got out of it. Pretty much, they like, on the song to it, it's like it's more to obtain in life. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it may be hard to see it. And I think this was specifically addressing like the people that's in the hood. Like it may be hard to navigate the waters and see things for what it is, or see things how you could get out of it. It may be hard to see how you could get out of things when that's your environment, but I think can also apply to any situation that you're in. If it may be hard to see it through, but you can get through to the other end. You're actually looking back at yourself at that other end, like, yo, I got you. Come through. You got this. That's what I got out of it. On the song too, they actually talk about like how pretty much they write these bars to help go from poverty to property. I thought that was a fire ass bar too. And a funny fire bar that I um liked on there too. He was like, yo, my weed smells like morning breath. You know what I'm saying? Like you can interpret what he mean by that. Now that was one of my top songs as well. Top songs for sure. 3 fire signs on that. Now, last but not least, BTL with El Camino, Stove God Cooks, and OT the Real. They close it out. This song is a great example of the storytelling that the Black Soprano family is capable of. I really fuck with it. All three of them, El Camino, Stove God Cooks, and OT the Real, they all gave like stories about just like, how they got to where they're at, that real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not fiction, it's all their stories. And I think that was a great way to close out the album. It's called The Outcome. So they pretty much took us through what they was doing and how they got here. And yo, like, y'all better not fuck with us, because we are like that. Not only are we like that in the streets, we like that when it comes to rapping. And not a lot of y'all really do what y'all say in y'all raps. So, and also just they're grateful of where they're at, the outcome. Betting on 36 ounces in the Benz, talked about how he fucked up and how he was wilding and got to, the point where he's at now. So that was good to really hear his story on there. And he always is talking that real shit, so I'm glad he brought together a group of rappers that also have that same like, you know, raw truth storytelling when it comes to their type of raps. And Ill Tone Beats fucking delivered, like giving classical real rap vibes. Honestly, it was like the type of beats that made me want to rap too. I was like, yo, put me in the stool right now. Like they really delivered on this. And I feel like he was showcasing like his strength across the entire album with his versatility. I feel like you could listen to this album instrumental style and be satisfied. Like he really did his thing on there. There was a lot of like soulful chops and samples on there, even rock elements, and just that traditional rap vibe. Like when you really trying to tell a story, I feel like that's the type of beats you need. And it was New York vibes across the board. Like shout out Buffaloes. Them niggas, they some elite storytellers. When it's cold up there, I guess they gotta come together and really sit down, huddled up, and let us know what's going on. But it's not fiction. It's real life shit with hard hitting verses. You know what I'm saying? Now we'll say my top 3 songs on there. If I'm listing it from 1 to 3 in order: The Outcome with Benny the Butcher, I See with El Camino and Player K. This one, I ain't gonna lie, with number 2, I be bouncing around with IC and 36 ounces in a Benz. I really did like that. But Benny, you got it with The Outcome. That's number 1 for me. So I'm gonna give this to your boys. IC number 2, and number 3, Punctuality with J Skis Chase Fetty and the Black Abstract. That song was fire. I really did love this album. I've been debating between B plus and A minus. I'm gonna give this album an A minus, honestly. Like, I listened to it twice and I was able to listen to it top to bottom. And I feel like they really stuck true to the theme. The beats really were fucking hard as shit. Like, yeah, like I said, I could listen to the instrumental and be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was great. And they showed versatility over how they showed versatility with how they were able to rap over the different beats, the different samples and all that. And just having like the different members of the Black Soprano family jump in, it it was great to hear their stories. And I think this deserves its credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think it was solid through and through. I would say, like I said, 8.5 out of 10, even a 9 out of 10. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an A minus. I'm gonna stick to A minus, honestly. Like, I think this was a great body of work to listen to. And if you want that real gangster rap type vibe, East Coast vibe, check it out. Now, that is the end of my album review. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Download this episode on your favorite podcast platform to support me. And then make sure you follow me at The Culture Decides on socials. I really appreciate y'all for getting me to 100 followers. Next goal, we hitting them downloads. All right, let's get to it. But thank you so much. I will see y'all next time.